I always enjoy getting to know those other schools. You know, I feel like March Madness, you get all the stories, you get all the
Oakland.
you get the family,
talk of the tournament
you get the family shots, you get the get to know them a little bit more.
And Samford
to
got
see,
hosed.
Yeah.
That's
it's not that surprising.
So I know you right before we came on air here to tie March Madness and the start of baseball season together. You kind of said, who is University of Kentucky in Major League Baseball?
Yeah.
And the two we both discussed were the Dodgers and the Braves, the two teams that the Phillies are quote unquote chasing, even though the other teams are more likely chasing the Phillies because of postseason success. If I had to assign Kentucky to one of them, I want to say the Braves because I hate them. So we'll just go with that. I don't know if anybody, Tyler might make a case for the Dodgers here, but both have won World Series in the past, 5 or 6 years with yearly World Series expectations on them.
Yeah. So my reasoning why, as I was like thinking more and more about it, Kentucky is a program. When you think of college men's basketball, you think of Kentucky, you think of UNC, Duke.
Blue Bloods.
They're one of those. Yeah, they're one of those programs. They've created a lot of NBA players. They've had, including our very own Tyrese Maxey. They've had a lot of success. They've won championships, and they've always been one of the household names in college basketball.
Oh yeah.
But recently, they've taken a fall from grace, and they've lost in the first round 2 out of the last 3 seasons. It's actually remarkable when you look at the fact that they're notoriously now known for being a team that's expected to get, quote-unquote, upset in the first round, and this year was no different, losing to Oakland. This group lost to number 15, St. Peter's, of course, as we all remember the magical run that St. Peter's had. They lost to now number 14, Oakland, and they're 1-3 in the tournament since 2022. So when I was thinking about, there are professional teams that are like that, where throughout the regular season, they're fantastic. Everyone's following them. They're buzzing. You're talking about them, and they get to the postseason and they fall flat. Kentucky was because they have a lot of freshmen. Two from exactly
right there. I can
literally
see it.
They have a lot of youth, and they haven't played in an NCAA tournament, so I can give them that excuse.
Well, that's probably why they're falling flat on their face.
That's exactly it. You're turning over so many starters. Exactly. But it also reminds me of a team like the Braves, especially, that has all this high expectation, gets into the big dance, and falls flat and is an early round exit. So I thought of them as the Braves, just because the Braves, I feel like, are also more, you think
apt to shit their pants.
Yeah, and also just the comments and stuff. Like, I feel like you just hear more about them. The Dodgers, even though when you look at both teams, they've only had one World Series in the last, 5 years. But for whatever reason, it feels like the Dodgers just quietly lose, whereas the Braves lose. And we're still getting comments from Brian Snitker. We're still getting comments from the Braves about, all the frustration. So they are the Kentucky, in my opinion.
We'll get to Brian Snitker today. Don't you worry about that. My man's got a full diaper. Tyler, who's more University of Kentucky, Dodgers or Braves?
Well, I think that they're
Dodgers have the Mickey Mouse COVID title.
See, I disagree with that statement. I think
I'm not asterisking any title, including
especially
a pandemic
LeBron,
title.
Mickey
No,
Mouse
we're not putting an asterisk next to a title. It is hard to win championships in
It's a lot
professional
easier
sport.
in an empty stadium when you don't have to go through Citizens Bank Park.
Because without an empty stadium, it also can make you can argue the other side of it. It equalizes things because there's no fans to help be the 6th man or the 12th man or the whatever man.
Yeah, I'm just saying fake title.
No, there's no fake.
To answer your question, I think it's probably closer to the Dodgers, because the way that I would compare it would be Kentucky gets a ton of top prospects, like blue chip, can't miss prospects, like all these freshmen. The Dodgers spend a lot of money.
Top free agent class.
Yeah, I think so. That if you're going to comp the two, I would go Kentucky and Dodgers versus
more
Kentucky
crafty
and
with
Braves.
Matt Olson trades.
Yeah, so
scouting.
I would probably place the Dodgers as the Kentucky of baseball, but I also think that winning a World Series is
in the fake year.
Let's not do this.
The year existed.
Let's not do
you
this.
You had to still beat teams to win. It wasn't like it was handed to you.
Yeah, fake.
Jay, what's up,
with
Jay?
Cardboard
Steven, Jim,
cardboard
nice to have you guys
cutouts
here.
in the
Spiral
stands.
Out. Spiral Out, do you have a tracker? I love that you are always aware of, which day of the year. It's the 12th Friday of 2024, according to Spiral Out. So I could see the Dodgers for the spending side. I could see the Braves for the just pure, when you get knocked out early, it's always a show. And I feel like Kentucky has had the same issues of when you look at the game against Oakland, it took, 12 3-pointers that Oakland's something ridiculous. That like it's just
the Travis Gokel.
Yeah,
he went
he was like,
from beyond the arc
10 of 12. I knew 12 was a number.
Yeah.
10 of 12 3-pointers. Like it's when you lose
to a future orthodontist, it hurts.
You lose in a way that's like, wow, going down swinging.
So
I wasn't going to say Phillies or Villanova because
I was just going to say who were the Phillies then.
But I didn't want to compare them to Villanova because Villanova also has been notorious for first round exits. Now they also have had a championship, Final Four run. They have gone deep, but they also maybe they are Villanova.
Well,
but I don't want to say Villanova. That's not
was on the doorstep of a college basketball dynasty. I don't even think the Phillies are Villanova good.
I feel like the reasons why the Phillies would be Villanova is they do have a lot of blue collar. You know, it's a team success versus just one or two guys carrying the team. And when you think about the World Series run and the NLCS run, you can say that's comparable to, Villanova actually won the championship, getting to the NCAA tournament championship, getting to the Final Four, and then having a season where they, then they drop off. And I don't know. I wouldn't say fully Villanova, but I could see some similarities.
I would call them Kansas. Should have won more than they have. Now in this this phase, 2012 to 2021 didn't happen. We're just blacking that out. I would call them Kansas, which isn't an insult at all.
No, I'd rather.
It's a blue blood program.
I think I'd rather Kansas.
They just
Nova.
come up short a lot.
It just is, yeah.
Comping all 30 Major League Baseball teams to college basketball teams.
Kind
Who
of
are the Colorado Rockies?
Oakland Athletics.
The Oakland Athletics, Detroit Mercy.
Detroit Mercy. All right.
See, that's not fair to Detroit Mercy because the A's are supposed to spend money.
Yeah.
Detroit Mercy has no chance.
It really makes you wonder.
The greatest court storm of all time, Detroit Mercy.
Kind of compares. I do feel like there are a lot of similarities between Nova and the Phillies because I do feel like the Phillies are similar in that, again, that blue collar blood, that like embracing the city and things like that. But
but they were like a near dynasty.
But that
under Jay.
Yeah, but you could.
Kyle Neptune hasn't really carried that.
But that's why it's Jay Wright Villanova. It's not Kyle Neptune Villanova.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're two different
Kyle
things.
Neptune Villanova is not a good comparison.
Mike Jensen,
you don't want the Phillies to be,
well-known basketball writer in town, was kind of flaming Villanova today with one of his tweets. He said, given that this is the transfer portal age of college basketball, would anybody from Villanova start on St. Joe's? And I was like, damn.